Rise and shine to Sunshine Radio 96.7, Saturday mornings. This is Voice for Veterans and the rest of us who say we support veterans too. News, commentary, information, education, music, and entertainment. New just for you, 96.7. Now, you've heard the rest. Stay tuned for the best. Rise and shine to Sunshine Radio and stay with us all day long.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, you made it again. This is April. What a beautiful time of the year. April showers bring on May flowers. And of course, we're here today at your Veterans Service Center. And we want to tell everybody thank you, thank you, thank you. If you happen to be anywhere close by, this is the Veterans Service Center. And as a Veterans Service Center, they do it all. They're here to advise, help, bless, be grateful for you veterans, and here to say yes. For more information about PACs and other things, stay tuned to us right here, 96.7 FM, and especially on the airtoday.com. One word, on the airtoday.com. And you will find out all that we can do for you. We want to thank you today, especially to our Pinellas County Animal Services, and they care about veterans. You know, a Pinellas County Animal Service Division is one of those areas where we don't pay a lot of attention to. We do say, stay with us. We'll be right back.
Times in my life when I needed a friend, you were there for me every day, but no one seemed to care. So I want to thank you for all the you gave to me, for the passion, the groove, the melodies. Thank you for everything. In the good times and the bad times, when I'm feeling blue, every moment can be better when I reach out to you. So I want to thank you for all the music
Hello, we're back. We want to thank you for tuning in with us right here. I'll continue on. Today we're broadcasting live from the Veteran Service Center downtown St. Petersburg. We're going to acknowledge three things. We happen to live in the west coast of paradise. Yes, for veterans, you might as well come on to the west coast. We have two major veteran centers here. One is Bay Pines and the other one is James Haley. Tampa, St. Pete, we cover our veterans in a big way. Veterans Assisted Living Services, we can help. And in order to do that, you got to come to the Vet Center. And of course, we're going to say, yes, we are right here, right now, 501 First Avenue North. Yes, you can come on down to the Veteran Service Center, 5th floor, and they will be able to help you in any way they can. There's a lot of different services that are available that most people don't pay attention to, and we're going to make sure that you know what they are. Today, I'm going to start off with one thing that's dear to my heart. Pinellas County Animal Services cares about veterans. Veterans who reside in Pinellas County can adopt a cat or a dog for free. All animals sprayed, spaded, neutered, and come with an annual vaccines, county licenses, microchip, and sample bag of food. Pinellas County also offers aid to eligible veterans, spray or neuter, annual vaccines, heartworm testing, many other things that you know come to take care of your pet. Over the years, we have all accepted one thing, that pets are a part of the family. I happen to be raised by my father, Charles H. Winslow, veteran, Redstone Arsenal, and we raised dogs all our life. Many, many, many years later, one of his early teachers showed up in Huntsville just to honor him because of his commitment to taking care of animals. She told us in a special TV interview on TalkFest how my father used to come to school in his early grades with 3 or 4 dogs trailing behind him. The dogs would lay outside, and when recess came, they would play with all the kids, and they walked my dad home. So my dad had a long-time relationship with his animals. He's been a big proponent of making sure that we had seeing eye dogs, that we have service animals, making sure that they're there to be in support of all of our veterans, no matter what situation you're in. So I'm saluting for sure all over the country those who take care of animal services. Wherever you are, whatever city you are, if you contact us and you tell us the city, we will give you the closest place where you might be able to get help taking care of a service animal that's serving you. And most places are dogs and cats, but I think they're finally beginning to bring in some birds and some other animals who happen to be good for us and good to us, especially in our time of need. Yes, We thank you for what you do when it comes to making sure our cats and dogs are available to eligible veterans. I want to give a shout out to one of our guys down there, and he's got sidekicks. He's with our WVET Latin station. I want to give a shout out, of course, to our Caribbean connection, our business Caribbean connection with American Veterans Alliance. And of course, we now call it, you heard it here, and we're going to say it over and over, Veterans Nation, for sure. The new name is Veterans Nation. They are spending time reaching out to all the other VSOs. So whether you're AMVETS, whether you're a VFW, whether you are an American Legion, whether you are one of those other VSOs that are out there, burial with dignity, and of course, American Veterans Alliance Society, Hispanic Veterans, and our construction group, headed up by Miss Ortiz. All of these VSOs are here to help. So in order for it to become a bigger place in this country, we're adding it to the big names. It's called Veteran Nation. When you see big names like Amazon, throw in Veterans Nation. When you see Microsoft, throw in Veterans Nation. When you see all the new big boys, throw in Veterans Nation, because they all have to say, we support vets too. We thank you for paying attention to us, because we're going to continue to pay attention to you. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about something else which is dear to my heart, because these are the people who have made a big difference in keeping up service and employer. What that means is, if you're an employer and you need somebody to work, yes, give a veteran a chance. And there is a serve and employ pamphlet that you can come down to the Vet Service Center at 5th floor, 501 1st Street North, and do what you can do to, sure enough, hire a vet to help you in regular employment, especially in supervisory and management. That's what a veteran automatically brings to the table. You know, you look back at some of the old corporations, the IBMs and the AT&Ts and the Southern Pacific Railroad, and go back to John Deere and go back to your old construction companies. These people knew the value of hiring a vet. Now we got a whole new generation coming in to take over where we are finishing. And that new generation is full of veterans. So we want you to make sure that you consider a veteran when you are looking to get somebody to move into a good employment situation. The old days of we stay here for 50 years and you get a gold watch is just about gone. But if you hire a vet, you beat the game. You can keep him for 50 years or 40 years or 20 years, whatever the new number is, and he'll be there. He'll be loyal, and he will continue to work because he's trained to do the right thing at the right time. We don't want to forget him. We're going to make sure that we take care of all of the veterans, and we want you to do the same. Now, let's talk about getting other periodicals. And a lot of times we veterans and supporters forget that there are plenty of periodicals still being printed, still being laid out there, so that no matter what, you have something that you can read and go over with and share with your family so that they get a full picture. There are several ways that you can do that. I'm going to push one, the American Legion, the military legacy to honor and share. That is the cover of one of their magazines, and I want you to find this one, get it, and be sure that you take the time to read it. There's so many good articles, and I know everybody has gone to the digital age. Yes, the digital age works. You can get this American Legion, of course, online. American Legion today, guess what? .com, find it. And look for their periodicals. Never worry about using your staircase again. You know, a lot of veterans who have come back with leg injuries have learned to live with them. But sometimes it's hard on stairs. There are ways to get you better for that. There are ways to make sure that you can get over that. So when you're looking around to find something, just to take a moment and bring yourself up to date as to what's available. Look for the American Legion magazine. Look for all of the magazines that support veterans. We have all kinds of things that are now available to veterans that veterans may not know because there's so much information out there. One of the things I have been talking about over a short period of time is Delta, Dental, Veterans Affairs, Dental Insurance Program. People say, what is that for? I don't know. But guess what? When you talk about what is available for veterans that makes them equal to all of those who may be great American citizens, but wants to do what they can do. Yes, veterans, we appreciate you. And next time, we're going to be talking a little bit more about the VA DIP services that are available for the dental care. Stay with us. We got an interview coming up right now, and we want you to listen to this one. I think I got my first interview ready for you right now. Tell them hello.
Hello.
Oh, you see how good we do it. Tim, thank you for all you do there at Soundcheck Studios, but I got my man here on the phone. There's one subject that we have been looking to continue the fight on, and I'm going to let him bring it back out. You know, when you say movies and you talk about World War II, you have to include one place, and that's way down there in Pearl Harbor. Take us to the one thing that's in every movie about Pearl Harbor and who that gentleman is. Talk to him.
Well, this is Royal Height, the music ambassador.
You're on the line. Tell them a little bit about World War II and why the famous face needs to be indoctrinated rather than just shown. Pearl Harbor, on some subjects about music for veterans.
Okay, well, I'll tell you, I do know that I do know about him. That this brother, he manned the gun. He actually grabbed it and took it upon himself, even though help me out. I believe he was not even a gunnery person.
He was not.
If memory serves me correct, I think he might have been on the ranks of the gentlemen who were the cooks and stuff there on the boat, because at that time in the military, a lot of blacks were delegated only to serve in the lower positions. But this brother stepped up to the front line and actually brought down several of the aircraft that were flying in the area and had Pearl Harbor under attack. And he wanted to be a great veteran, but unfortunately, history didn't treat him right. They didn't publicize and make it known of his greatness and all the great contributions that this brother did.
Well, we're going to make sure that that's not going to be forgotten. That's one of the mandates this year for us to complete. Now, let's get to why you're on the phone. Talk to me about music, man.
Well, let me introduce myself again. Royal Height, they call me the music ambassador, and I've had the pleasure of actually writing several relevant themes for different things. I started off, one of the first one I did one for the March on Washington that had the Million Man March.
Yes, sir.
I followed up. I also did a great thing for President Obama during his, not just election, but I actually wrote the song before he got the nomination to be president. I felt that good about it. I wrote the song before he was officially nominated. And I worked at both elections. That was real great.
Okay.
I followed with a theme song for DC statehood that's been doing good.
Okay.
We have one in the pipeline. I have one for women because women, without question, have been underpraised. They haven't been lifted up to the level of the queens that they are. So I have a song called This One's for the Ladies. And if you know anything about me, my last name is Height. I have a very famous Height female in my family lineage by the name of Dr. Dorothy Irene Height, who was the president of the National Council of Negro Women.
Okay.
She was also the president of the Delta's sorority. And I have a song that was kind of inspired by the women in my family, in my life, my parents, my mother and aunts and stuff, called This One's for the Ladies. But one of my newest ones that I have written, and I think this is the one we're kind of leaning on, is one for veterans. This is a song that I wrote, a theme song for veterans. It's a salute to all the men and women of the military who served our country valiantly. Some put their lives on the line. Some came back with disabilities. Some never came back. Some of them, their lives drastically changed as a result of being in the military. And all of it was not good. You know, a lot came back with ailments and injuries. And unfortunately, we do know that in some cases, the military did not just the military, but the world in general that they came home to didn't treat them with the love, respect, and the rewards that they deserved as people who served and put their lives on the line, gave up their time, their energy, their genius, careers, families, and all kinds of stuff just to be of service to our country. So I think that's what we're talking about, a song that really lifts them up, because this is something that's needed. It's an element, you know.
Is this song already recorded? Have you recorded it?
Yeah, we're in the recording phase right now. The song has been written. We do have the lyrics and everything, but that is the theme of the song. We have a song to fill that void. I always tell people, for every great cause, there needs to be a great song, because that's how people remember things.
That's exactly right, and you heard it first right here. Of course, this is Keith, the boss of the beach. We're glad to have you on the air. Tell them how to reach you when it comes to good music. Just tell them, give them a way to find you.
Well, first of all, you can reach me directly through Venro Records, and that's at venrorecords at gmail.com. And our website is the same, Venro Records. It's spelled VENRO, Records with an S, RECORDS.com, or for the email, venrorecords at gmail.com. Or if you choose to call, you can call me directly, area code 240-606-9742. And again, that's 240-606-9742. And you'll be talking to Royal Height, the music ambassador.
You heard it right here, Royal Height Music Ambassador. Stay with us. We're going to continue on with a lot more information for you today. We're going to be talking next to Glenn Alexander, but we want to thank Mr. Height for his contribution to making sure that the voice for veterans reaches out to everybody. Thank you for taking time to talk with me. Yes, we're back. We are happy to have you here. Today is my day to reach out to all of my VSOs and the people who really do support vets, because it's the Veterans Nation now. We are a force. And I have Glenn Alexander right here from Pinellas County. Glenn, tell them who you are, why you do what you do, and we know we love you. We appreciate all you do, and tell all my buddies hello. But tell them from Voice for Veterans, talk about yourself a little bit.
My name is Glenn Alexander. I'm a retired vet of 21 years of service, 13 in the United States Marine Corps, and 8 in the United States Army. I work for, I'm the CEO and founder of the company called Veterans Authority, LLC. And what we do is we help veterans that have transitional barriers or significant barriers to employment. We assist them with housing and other supporting services, i.e., service-connected disability, job opportunities, and also living, getting their living arrangements squared away, getting them acclimated back into society. And some of the people I partner with is 211 Tampa Bay, 211 Tampa Bay Cares, St. Vincent de Paul, HELP, ATP, Homeless Empowerment Program, and some of the VSOs, and definitely the American Legion out there in Madeira Beach. So we just want to make sure that we create a healthy environment for the veterans, so we can get them, get our veterans and our brothers that serve, our country back on track.
Well, I know you do it well. And over the past few months, you and I have bumped heads in different places and different activities, and we fully support Veterans Authority, and of course, where you are right there at the Care Services and Health Net and all the rest of them that you do come from one end of the county to the other, as well as Hillsborough County and where you have stepped up to support. We again want to thank you for all your support, and we'll be getting back with you on, of course, we've got big events coming up, and we definitely want to support you there. And we're going to be working, of course, with the VFW over there on the 18th and 49th. So
Amen.
Stay in touch with us. Thank you for coming on the radio and letting everybody know what you're doing. And this is a podcast. We're going to do it fast. Glenn, thank you so much. We're going to say you're over and out with a shout. You get on back out there and help somebody else.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thanks for having me. God bless.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Now, we know that one of the things that we try to do is to let you know what's going on, especially in the great state of Florida. But if you're a veteran and you need help in Mississippi, if you need help in Albuquerque, New Mexico, we got people out there. Veterans Nation, and it's being picked up everywhere. On the airtoday.com, you can find us. And I want to say thank you to Joe Bardeau and our team of people in the Tampa Bay area, and of course, St. Petersburg. And you know it. Sunshine Radio, 96.7 FM. We also have our other partners, which is Vibes Radio 1. And that's our Caribbean connection in the state of Florida that allows us to deal with the veterans who come out of the Caribbean. A lot of them. And a lot of good music, a lot of good services, good food, and everything comes to this part of the Americas from the Caribbean. So it's Caribbean Business Council, American Veterans Alliance, and of course, all of our VFWs. If you go into an airport anywhere in the United States, the bigger airports all have USOs. Please stop in and just say hello to those people who still service those counters, who still take the time to do what they do. We're going to definitely give a shout out to all of the veteran service support that comes right here in Pinellas County, because today we're broadcasting live from the service center. This is your Veteran Service Center right here in St. Petersburg. And I love it because we take care of Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, Coast Guard, and you got to add the new baby on the block, Space Force. Right here, you get help any way you can. And if you can't just help, that you want to give some help, please volunteer. Pinellas County Veteran Services saluting our veterans. Help with obtaining benefits and assistance with all applications. And if that includes everybody. Funeral benefits, education benefits, compensation and personal benefits, health care, home loans, life insurance, survivor benefits, and on and on and on and on. So we want to say thank you to everybody who's been paying attention to us today. We also want to thank Get In Where You Fit In, our good veteran right there in Atlanta, Georgia. Marsh Roberts, he's written a song called Get In Where You Fit In, which is going to be the theme song for the Veterans Nation. So stay with us. We appreciate you. Don't forget, for all of the people who would be thinking about a service animal, Pinellas County Animal Services. Get a free cat or dog, like I said, to help you, because we all need the help. Frequently asked questions are something that we want to be talking about at length when it comes to Bay Area legal services, especially for all of our veterans who've been spending time out here doing what they can to keep America growing. That's what's good about a veteran. He's been trained to help you grow. He's been trained not only to protect, but to service. No matter what has happened in the past, the future is right here with us all, and we have made it what it is. Yes, I know that there was a revolution 2 or 3 times in America, and guess where we've come out? Now we're in the digital revolution on the airtoday.com, and keep on the groove. Keep the boss of the beach over and out with a shout. Thank you.